You have something special. You have greatness within you. And I need you to hear me today as if your future depended on it. Because it does. And I'm talking to the part of you that's tired of just existing. The part that's hungry for more. The part that lies awake at night wondering if there's more to life than the cycle you've been living. And I'm here to tell you, yes, there's more. And it's waiting for you on the other side of fear, on the other side of doubt, on the other side of that voice in your head that says you can't do it. You're not enough. You've missed your chance. And I've come to tell you that every breath you take is another chance to rewrite your story. Because I've been where you are. I've stood in the shadows of my own insecurities. I've felt the weight of other people's opinions pressing down on me. I've had moments where I questioned if my dreams even mattered. And I had to make a decision to stop letting life happen to me and start making life happen for me. And that's the decision you must make now. Because you will never change your life until you change something you do daily. You've got to interrupt the pattern, break the habit, and take the first uncomfortable step toward the future you were created for. And it's not going to be easy. But if it were easy, everyone would be living their dream, and they're not. Because most people settle for what is instead of fighting for what could be. They settle for a paycheck instead of pursuing their purpose. They settle for relationships that drain them instead of finding connections that inspire them. They settle for routines that numb them instead of adventures that awaken them. And I'm here to shake you awake today, to tell you that you cannot afford to keep living like this because life is short, the clock is ticking, and the truth is none of us know how much time we have left. And when you really realize it, you start to live with a different urgency. You start to value the hours instead of wasting them. You start to see opportunities instead of excuses. You start to understand that every single day you either move closer to your dream or further away from it. And you've got to ask yourself, am I moving in the right direction? Am I giving my all? Am I playing to win? Because life is not a dress rehearsal. This is it. You only get one shot. And you don't want to look back with regret saying, I could have been more. I could have done more. I could have given more. I could have lived more. But I didn't. And you owe it to yourself, to your family, to your Creator, to show up fully, to dig deep, to give everything you've got. Because you have a gift inside you, a dream that was planted in your heart for a reason. And if you don't bring it out, the world will never know it. And the graveyard is the richest place on earth because it's filled with dreams that were never realized, ideas that were never acted on, inventions that were never built, books that were never written, songs that were never sung. And you cannot let your dream die with you. You cannot leave this earth full. You've got to leave empty, having poured out everything you were given, every skill, every talent, every idea, every ounce of potential, because that's how you honor the gift of life. That's how you look yourself in the mirror at the end and say, I gave it everything I had. I didn't just exist. I lived. I didn't just wish. I worked. I didn't just dream. I did. And it won't be easy. You will have moments when you want to quit, when you feel like the pain is too much, when you wonder if it's worth it. And I need you to know right now, it is worth it. Every late night, every early morning, every sacrifice, every risk, every tear, every failure. Because all of it is shaping you into the person you were meant to be, and failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of success. It's the stepping stone that strengthens you, the fire that refines you, the teacher that prepares you. And when life knocks you down, and it will, you've got to find the strength to get back up, dust yourself off and say, it's not over until I win. Because there's a power inside you that's greater than any obstacle. There's a resilience in you that can outlast any storm. There's a hunger in you that can overcome any setback, but you've got to feed that hunger every single day. You've got to remind yourself of who you are and whose you are. You've got to surround yourself with people who see your greatness even when you don't. You've got to protect your mind from the poison of negativity because your mind is your most powerful weapon, and whatever you feed it will grow. So feed it faith, feed it hope, feed it determination, and starve your fears, starve your doubts, starve the voices that tell you to give up. Because you're not done yet. Your story isn't over. And as long as you're breathing, there's more in you, more to give, more to learn, more to build, more to experience. And you have to live every day as if it's your last, but learn as if you'll live forever. Because when you live with that combination of urgency and growth, you become unstoppable. You become a force that cannot be ignored. You become the kind of person that inspires others to rise, because people are watching you, whether you realize it or not. There are people waiting for you to step into your greatness so they can find the courage to step into theirs. And when you win, you give others permission to win. When you rise, you pull others up with you. And that's the beauty of living on purpose. It's not just about you. It's about the lives you touch, the legacy you leave, the ripple effect you create. And I'm here to tell you, you are capable of more than you've ever imagined. And the only limits you have are the ones you place on yourself. So break the limits, shatter the ceilings, rewrite the rules, and go after the life you've been dreaming of. Because you deserve it. You are worthy of it. And it's time to claim it now, not someday, not when it's convenient, not when you feel ready, but now, because someday is not on the calendar. Someday is a lie we tell ourselves to justify our hesitation. And hesitation is the enemy of progress. So take the step, make the call. Send the email, start the business, write the book, record the song, apply for the job, launch the idea, whatever it is, do it now, and keep going until you see it through, because you've got what it takes. And I believe in you, even if you don't believe in yourself yet. But the day will come when you will look back and thank yourself for not giving up, for pushing through, for believing when it would have been easier to quit. And that day will make every struggle worth it. Because you will know deep down that you earned it, you fought for it, you lived for it, and you became everything you were meant to be. All right, I'll keep going in the exact same continuous Les Brown style, unbroken, pouring more and more into it until we build toward that 30,000 word river of motivation. Because the truth is, you cannot afford to keep living at half capacity. You cannot afford to keep dimming your light to make others comfortable. You cannot afford to keep telling yourself a maybe tomorrow when tomorrow is never promised. And the people who live their dreams are not the ones who had everything figured out from the start. They are the ones who started where they were with what they had and refused to stop. They are the ones who dared to take a step when their legs were shaking. They are the ones who acted before they felt ready, because ready is a myth. Ready is a comfort zone, dressed up as preparation. And if you wait until you feel ready, you'll be waiting for the rest of your life. So you must decide today that your vision is worth more than your fear, that your dream is worth more than your doubt, that your future is worth more than your excuses. And yes, there will be obstacles. Yes, there will be delays. Yes, there will be moments where the plan falls apart, but you cannot let those moments define you. You must let them refine you. Because the storm is not there to destroy you. It's there to develop you. It's there to strip away what you don't need and strengthen what you do. And if you're in a storm right now, I want you to know you are not in it forever. You are just passing through. And you are going to come out stronger, wiser, tougher, and more determined than ever before. But you have to make a decision right now that you are not going to quit in the middle. You are not going to set up camp in a temporary place. You are going to keep moving, keep believing, keep working, because the promise is on the other side, and you will never reach it if you stop walking. So take another step, even if it's small, even if it's small, even if it's shaky, take it. Because progress is progress, and small steps in the right direction will take you further than big steps in the wrong one. And you cannot compare your journey to anyone else's, because comparison is a thief. It will rob you of joy, of gratitude, of momentum. And the only person you should be competing with is the person you were yesterday, because your race is yours alone and your pace is your own. And every single day is a chance to improve, to grow, to stretch, to become more. And that's the beauty of life. It is not fixed. It is fluid. And you can change it by changing yourself, by changing your thoughts, your habits, your environment, your circle, because who you spend time with will determine what you believe is possible. And if you're surrounded by people who have given up, people who settle, people who talk more about problems than solutions, then it's time to change your circle, because you need to be around people who inspire you, who challenge you, who hold you accountable to your potential. People who see the greatness in you when you can't see it yourself. People who will push you, stretch you, and refuse to let you play small. Because greatness is contagious, just like mediocrity is contagious. And you get to choose which one you're going to catch. So choose wisely and stop waiting for permission to live your dream. Because nobody had to. You have to claim it. You have to fight for it. You have to step into it boldly. And that means you have to stop apologizing for wanting more. Stop apologizing for being ambitious. Stop apologizing for outgrowing people, places, and patterns. Because you are not here to shrink. You are here to shine. You are here to lead. You are here to live fully. And when you understand that, you stop wasting energy trying to convince people to understand you. And you start using that energy to build, to create, to execute, to move forward. Because time is your most precious resource, and the enemy of greatness is distraction. So you must guard your focus like your life depends on it. Because in many ways it does. Your future depends on it. Your legacy depends on it. And you can't keep giving your time to things that don't move you toward your dream. You can't keep saying yes to things that keep you stuck in the same place. You can't keep letting procrastination steal your destiny. You have to develop the discipline to do what you said you would do long after the mood you set it in has left you. Because discipline will take you where motivation can't. Discipline will get you out of bed when you don't feel like it. Discipline will keep you working when the excitement fades. Discipline will make you consistent, and consistency is what turns actions into habits, habits into character, and character into destiny. And if you want to change your destiny, change what you do consistently, change what you believe consistently, change what you say to yourself consistently, because the words you speak over yourself matter. They are seeds, and you will eat the fruit of them. So stop speaking defeat, stop speaking limitation, stop speaking fear. And start speaking life, start speaking victory, start speaking abundance, start speaking possibility. Because when you align your words, your beliefs, and your actions, you become unstoppable. And I'm telling you, no matter what has happened in your past, no matter what mistakes you've made, no matter how many times you've failed, you are not your past, you are not your mistakes, you are not your failures, you are not the labels they gave you, you are not the names they called you. You are not the opinions they formed about you. You are so much more, and you have the power to create a new chapter starting today, but you must decide, and that decision must be followed by action, because dreams without action are just wishes, and wishes don't change your life. Work changes your life, faith changes your life, persistence changes your life, and the moment you combine those three, faith, work, and persistence, you become a force that nothing can stop. All right. Let's keep flowing without a break, staying in Les Brown's fire, building this continuous stream higher and higher until it's a mountain of 30,000 words. Because once you understand that nothing can stop you except you, once you get it deep in your spirit that your dream is non-negotiable, you will begin to move differently, think differently, act differently, and the world will start to respond to that shift. Because when you walk with conviction, doors open when you speak with belief. People listen when you act with courage. Opportunities appear. But here's the thing. Those doors, Hansa Reitz, those opportunities, those breakthroughs are not going to wait around for you to make up your mind. They will move on to someone else if you hesitate. So you must learn to move with speed, to act while the fire is hot, to take advantage of the momentum you have right now, because momentum is a gift. If you waste it, it's hard to get it back. So when you feel that nudge to move, when you hear that whisper telling you to go for it, you need to respond immediately, because delayed obedience is disobedience to your own destiny. And there's a cost to waiting. There's a cost to overthinking. There's a cost to letting fear run the show, and that cost is your future. So stop letting fear talk you out of the life you deserve. Stop letting doubt steal your opportunities. Stop letting comfort keep you small, because comfort will lie to you. It will tell you that you're okay where you are. That you don't need to change, that you can always start tomorrow, but comfort is a trap. It's a slow death. It's a silent killer of dreams. And if you want to live the life you were meant to live, you have to get uncomfortable. You have to get uncomfortable. You have to do the things that scare you. You have to step into the unknown, because growth and comfort cannot coexist. And the moment you choose growth, you choose to live, because life begins at the end of your comfort zone. And I know it's scary. I know it's risky. I know it's risky. I know it's uncertain, but that's where the magic is. That's where the breakthroughs happen. That's where you discover who you really are. And you are stronger than you think, braver than you know, and more capable than you've ever given yourself credit for. But you'll never know it until you put yourself in a position where you have to rise, where you have to stretch, where you have to dig deep. And I can promise you this. Once you do, once you face the fear and step forward anyway, you will look back and wonder why you ever doubted yourself, because the truth is you already have everything you need inside you. You just need to activate it. You just need to believe it. You just need to use it. Sometimes the only way to find out how strong you are is to be tested, to go through the fire, to face the storm, and instead of running from it, you walk through it. Because storms don't last forever. The other side is always worth it, and when you come out, you'll have a testimony, you'll have a story, you'll have a strength you never had before. And that strength will serve you for the rest of your life. And here's what's powerful. When you go through something and you come out victorious, you give hope to somebody else who's going through the same thing. You become a light in someone else's darkness. You become proof that it's possible, and that is part of your purpose. Because your story isn't just for you, it's for the people who need to hear it. It's for the people who need to see that someone who looked like them, came from where they came from, faced what they faced, still made it. And when you live in your purpose, when you walk in your calling, when you show up fully, you not only change your life, you change lives around you. And that's why you can't quit. That's why you can't give up, because someone is waiting for you to step into your greatness so they can step in to theirs. And if you stop, if you quit, if you let fear win, you're not just robbing yourself, you're robbing them. And I don't know about you, but I don't want to be the reason someone else didn't believe it was possible. I want to be the reason they did. I want to be the proof that if you keep going, if you refuse to quit, if you show up every day and do the work, eventually, inevitably, things will change in your favor, because success is not an accident. It's not luck. It's the result of consistency, persistence, and an unshakable belief that you are destined for more. And when you live with that kind of belief, you start to see opportunities where others see obstacles. You start to find ways instead of excuses. You start to create results instead of waiting for them. And that's when life gets exciting. That's when you wake up every day with a sense of purpose. That's when you start to live instead of just survive. And my friend, you were not put here to just survive. You were put here to thrive, to flourish, to grow, to shine, to lead, to inspire, and you have everything it takes to do it. But you have to decide right here, right now, that you're done playing small, you're done making excuses, you're done living below your potential, because the world needs what you have. The world needs your ideas, your gifts, your talents, your voice, your vision, your perspective, and there will never be another you. You are one of one, and that is your power. So on it, embrace it, live it, and let nothing and no one talk you out of it, because it's your time, it's your turn, it's your moment, and you've got to seize it with everything you've got, because once this moment is gone, you don't get it back, and so make it count.